Hello, it's Edwina from my craft orchard. How are you? Now I know I'm late with this video, Q3 Kanban book, purely because it was the beginning of the month was the Commonwealth Games, so we went and enjoyed a few days of sports. Summer holiday, so I just don't seem to have a minute to myself, to be honest, because what with work and then looking after Harry because he's on his summer break and all of those sort of things, like entertaining him and going out and doing day trips and stuff. I haven't got to this. It's as simple as that. I have now. That's why I'm filming it, because I have managed to do some of the prep, but we're gonna fill in a few things. So let's have a look at the planner itself to start with. So just a bit of a recap. So this is the large happy planner, which is the, I'll tell you, where's it gone? Vertical layout, and it's a Seasons of Colour planner from 2022. My light's shining all over the cover, and it's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. The illustrations in this are amazing. The colours and everything are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So let's start at the beginning. I've put a to-do list at the front. I'm not quite sure why I did that, but I did. I've then put a couple of 3-month planning sheets in, which it's a new edition, and what I can do in there is I can have a look at the whole 3 months as opposed to just a month at a time, which you get on the dividers. And then you obviously have the year, and then what I've also done is I've blocked out the days, and I'm just using it for the months. So if we go to August, then I've got Daisy for the first week, My Craft Orchard for the second, Home for the third, and I've got Back to School and Summer Holidays Personal for the fourth. And I've done that for every week throughout the year, just so I've got somewhere to write down key events for each month that's going to happen. So for instance, during August, under my home section, I've got Back to School and I've got Summer Holidays, so that's what's happening during August for home. September for Daisy Craft, it's our busy month. We're really busy normally in September. October I'll have the VAT, and half term and Preptober. So that's why I've used that, is to sort of say, here are my life sections, and here are the things during the year that's going to come up and affect my quarterly planning. And you know, I've put things like Christmas and, you know, birthdays and all of those sorts of things on there. So I will take those 2 pages out because we are going to need them in a bit. So while I'm here, let's take those out. Then I've got some decoration and some stickers, a bit of a quote in a plastic folder, and this is my done page. Look at that, isn't that amazing? I can't believe how much I actually got done in that the last quarter. It always amazes me how many items actually get put onto this page. It really does. I'm really chuffed. So if we go through each section, I've got a writing section, home section, my craft orchard section, personal. As you can see, there's an awful lot of post-it notes all written all over these, which I will go back and reevaluate whether any of this is still relevant or etc. Not on camera today, purely because we're going to be here a while. This can probably be a fairly long video as it is. So this was May, June, July. Now you're probably thinking, why have you started your quarter in May, and why are you now starting your quarter in August? So those of you who haven't caught my last quarter book video, let me just quickly explain. I don't start, my quarters are not the traditional quarters, so I don't do January, February, March, April, May, June, which is like quarter 1 and 2 of a lot of other people do, particularly like the finances and stuff do that, purely because I'm always busy. For instance, I have to do a VAT return for my Daisycraft business, and so April is when I would do that. So me trying to do long-term planning and try and get a VAT return in and get all those accounts up to date just isn't going to happen, you know. August is the start, because and I don't know, it just seems to me January is a really awful month for me to be planning my 12 months, if I'm honest, because how many of you make a New Year's resolution on the 1st of January and by the 15th or the 30th you fell off the wagon totally? It normally takes me until the middle of January to get sort of into the new year and start thinking about what I want to do. And also during December is such a busy month. I've got 2 birthdays plus Christmas. I've just spent 3 months of very busy period within my business, and then the busy Christmas. I'm tired. I don't want to be looking at this in December. So if I refer it to January when I've got more energy and more time, it tends to work out. That said, you can start your year anytime you like. Don't feel that if you're doing quarterly planning you have to follow the actual quarter 1, 2 and 3, 4 of finances. You choose. If you're a teacher and you want to start your quarterly planning in August or September when the school year runs, and some people do that, do it. You know, if you want to start it from your birthday, do that. There's no rules here, no rules whatsoever. So I went through May, June, July, and what I am using is one of the this is actually the back of the May monthly, and I put May, June, July in. I then wrote in the first box here what was coming up during those months. So we've got things like half term, bank holidays, birthdays. And then here I put just a WHM, which is like writing home, Minecraft Orchard, personal, and just an idea of what I wanted to work on that month based on what was going on from these sheets I've just pulled out. Okay, and then this bottom box, the idea was to go back and evaluate what I actually did, and I haven't got round to that. I can do it, I've still got time. So then May came along, and the end of May was really good. I actually went back and I evaluated my month properly, and I did what I was focusing on, and what went well, what didn't go well, and what changes I wanted to make. So that was really good. And then the May calendar, just in pencil. And the reason I did it in pencil is because I'm thinking I'll use these year after year, and I'll just use an eraser and take the pencil marks out. I wrote in here what I could do and what I couldn't do, what days, just to give me an overview of how much time I actually had during a month to complete any projects I wanted to. And then following that I went through each section. So I colour code everything. So blue's writing, pink's home, orange is Minecraft Orchard, personal, Daisy, YouTube, social media, and then anything else is the yellow, and that's what the dots are on at the top. And then I just chose one project for each, and then I chose a second one for May, and then obviously at the end of it I evaluated it, and then I did the same for June. There's the evaluation for June. I went through the month and said what I could and couldn't do, and I chose a project, 2 actually, for each section. I didn't evaluate July. I haven't got to that. I did the same for July and went through and decided what I could and didn't have time. And then for July, because I know July's a busy month, what with there was Camp NaNoWriMo going on, one book July, plus I had a VAT return to do. I chose to only do one project, maybe two, for this month, purely because I knew these projects were quite big. So that's the first sort of 3 months that came along. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at the next quarter. So I have already set this page up. So we're going to work on that, and then we'll come back and we'll have a look at the month afterwards. So let's have a look at this one first, shall we? Just so you get an idea of the quarter itself. I'll zoom you in a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. Right then, so from my year, we're in August, so the only thing that's coming up big time that I've got on there is we've got back to school project that's going to have to be done. So I'm going to put that in there. And that's a home project, and we're in the middle of the summer holidays, which I've already planned, so I don't need to, but that would be an event that stops me from doing too many projects. In September, what I am going to put in September is I'm going to put Daisy busy, because we're always busy for Daisy in September, and I'm going to put the same for October, just as a reminder not to book too many things in. I haven't got anything else on that sheet. And October for Daisy, it is going to be the VAT return. It's going to be the focus for Daisy. For home, it would be half term. I'll probably put something else in there, but that could be, you know, that's something I would focus on. I do need to do that, but it would also impact how much time I have. And then also for writing in October, is Preptober ready for NaNoWriMo in November. So that's off those yearly pages. What I'm also now going to quickly do is I'm just going to have a look through a yearbook. This is brand new, just something I've just started using, so I'm hoping to include this in one of my videos soon. Now, it is currently actually the 16th that I am filming this, so we are already halfway through the month. Now, how is that going to impact the rest of August? Well, it means I've only actually got 2 weeks of August left to do anything. So anything that I would have wanted to do in August means I'm already behind. So for instance, the back to school planning, in essence, I'm already behind. And also I'm not going to give myself too much to actually do, which I wouldn't have done anyway, because it's August and Harry's off school and that sort of things, and I knew I had a week out at the Commonwealth anyway, so I'll put that in there. I definitely like consistency, so even though the Commonwealth game has now come and gone, I will still be writing it in there. I had Arts in the Park, and I have got a selling table at a dog show that I'll be attending, so that's going to be a whole day out, and I've got all the prep to get all the things ready to do for that. And then I've got craft club, and then for September we've got back to school, which is already here. Okay, I have a lace workshop. That's a bobbin lace workshop. I'm actually going to put the date on that because it's the 24th. It means that I don't have to put it into August to plan, because I've got time at the beginning of September to get all of that ready. Nothing else in September. And October I've got a knitting workshop. I'm going to teach everybody to knit, and that's the 15th. So I'll still have that. We might have to start that in September to get that where it needs to be. And half term, fabulous. So, oh dear, I've just smudged all of that. That's not good, is it? Okay, so these are the things that are going to impact what I can and can't do during the month. So for home, we'll be back to school. Like I say, I do like to put something in for everything. So if we put W, we've got H, O, P and D. So my writing, I was thinking I might focus on setting up a new book. I've set up a new happy planner as a notebook. Okay, my craft orchard personal. I'm just going to put family time in there because Harry's off and we are a little bit quieter for Daisy Craft. I want to spend more us time. You know, Harry's 7, we're never going to get this time back, so why not spend as much time as a family going out and enjoying ourselves, particularly as we're now not in lockdown. During the pandemic we couldn't go anywhere, could we? So let's start creating some memories for that. Daisy Craft at the moment is quiet, it's a bit on tick out, but we do want to make plans. So what I'm going to do is because we've got sort of a bit of time, we could start planning for other months for later in the year, particularly September, when Harry goes back to school and we're going to be flat out. We could put plans into place because we won't have time to do planning then. My craft orchard, which is my videos, I've got a feeling I want to do more Instagram stuff, so maybe I need to research. That might be a good thing. Research is a good thing, I think, for my craft orchard, to see how I can improve my videos, get up to date with my Instagram and that sort of thing. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do for September and what I want to do for October, but I know these things are going to have to be done for those anyway. I'm going to make a decision on these come beginning of September and come the beginning of October, because it depends how these go to whether I'm going to put them over to the second month and the third, or, you know, I mean, for instance, back to school, that'll be finished in August because he'll be back at school, so I can actually add a new home one in there. My writing, if you've been here a while, will know takes the total back burner on everything else, so that again it might not have got that. And bearing in mind I still have only got 2 weeks of August. So that's the overall plan. Okay, let's put that there. Let's zoom you out a bit so you can see what I'm going to do next. So I'm going back to the big planner, and I'm going to get my month for August, and I'm going to get my pencil, because like I say, I like to do this in pencil because I can then reuse it next year. I think think I've redated it correctly. Yeah. Don't know. Can't remember whether these dates are the correct ones. I'm going to have to check. Ooh. Let me check that very quickly. No. So this actually needs totally redated. It's fine. I'm going to leave it as it is. So the first week, the Monday we were completely out because we were at Commonwealth. Thursday was completely out because I was at Commonwealth. Was going to do half a day because me being out all then, I had to catch up here and here. I'm normally out half a day on Friday as well. I have craft club there and I have craft club there, and I have, as you can see, I'm just doing this very rough because it is just a rough overview of the month. And I have craft club there as well, and I was out all day then with Arts in the Park, and I will be out all day there with the dog show. The 20, I'm going to give myself half a day out there to let me prep for the dog show. And I'm actually going to give myself I'm going to give myself these 2 days here off completely. So I can spend time with the family, or I could, if we are at home and we don't decide to spend some time away, or we might not. The decision hasn't been made yet. I've got 2 extra days this month to play with. Okay, so I've got the summer holidays, Commonwealth, Arts in the Parks, dog show. So as you can see, if you give this an overview, I've got sort of 4 days here, I've got half days here, I've got a couple of days each week. So really, if you look at this as a month, I've got probably 2 definite days a week to work on my projects. I am going to give out half a day there as well because it's my sister's birthday around here, and I think we might be going out for brunch then. So yeah, so that's just given me a really nice overview of the month. I've got roughly 2 days a week where I can be working on projects, planning and actually enacting them. So I don't want to give myself too much work, and particularly as we're already halfway through. So looking at that, I'm only going to give myself 1 project per element. Now I haven't put the dots in, so I best quickly do that, hadn't I? And as you probably saw when I opened this up, I have them here. I found these dots in my stash, and they're actually, I don't know if you can see, actually balls of wool. I just thought they were really cute. So these colours I tend to use for all of this. If you follow me on a regular basis, you'll see that everything's colour coded the same. You know, Daisy Craft is purple, my home is, everything's pink, orange for my craft orchard, blue for writing, and then I've started using red for YouTube, Instagram, that sort of thing, and then anything else that's going on. There we go. Lovely. Right, so let's get down to it. So this is where I need my colour pens as well. Because I do write them in colour. So I'm just going to make this easy. There we go. So for writing then, we've decided to set up the new notebook. So that's what I'm going to write in there. So the actual, what I'm going to write in there now is the project. So the project is set up new writing reference book. So this is going to be like a story Bible, I suppose a lot of people would call it. And then under that I'm going to write why. Why am I going to do that? Now let me just double check something. Did I write it in normal or did I write it in... Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm then going to write in this in the normal blue that I use. So the project is to set up a new reference book. Why am I doing that? I just want to check I use still on camera yet. Why am I doing that? The reason I'm doing that is to have and create a place to keep all novel notes, ideas and manuscript in. Have a place to create a place to have and create a place to keep all novel notes, ideas and manuscripts in. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do there. And then for the home I'm only going to do writing and home just to give you an idea, because this process sometimes takes hours, and this is, and again this is another reason it hasn't probably been done, because me sitting down and doing this would take a while. It really does, you know. So my home one was obviously my back to school. So the project is back to school prep, and the reason I'm going to do that is purely so that we start the new school year fully organised and equipped. Can't spell. So the next thing to do is to write out all of the tasks on post-it notes. Now I have forgotten my post-it notes, so I'm just looking in my planner bag for my backup post-it notes, just to give you an idea of what this would look like. So let's take the back to school prep to start with. What I would do is I'd take my pink post-it notes, which look like these, and on each post-it note I would write a different task. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off a couple of these. These post-it notes they're not brilliant. They're not ones that you want to keep in your planner all the time, because they're a bit old and the sticky's going on a bit. But when I'm thinking about stuff and all I've got is my planner bag, they're perfect for just jotting down a quick note and then transferring it to a better one afterwards. It's what happens. It's using my stash up after all. So on each post-it note I'm now going to brainstorm all the tasks that would go with this. So back to school prep, what would be I've got to order uniform. I've got to buy shoes, because my little one has actually grown during the summer, so we would have to grow shoes. Now because my other post-it notes are quite small, I'm actually going to put 2 tasks per post-it, but if I'd got my pink ones, rather than go and get them, I'm just trying to give you an example of how I would do this. So order my uniform, buy shoes. I would also have to buy white t-shirts, because they haven't got the logo on of the uniform, whereas I'm going to have to order a uniform because he's had new PE t-shirts this year, well last year. I've got to order them from the supplier to make sure they're the right colour. New shoes. We need to buy a new bag. He always has a new bag every year. What else would I have to do? Right, the other thing is having packed lunches, which is the first time since he's been at school, because we got free school dinner, so we always went and had his dinner at school, and he always ended up eating the same thing, bless him. So I'm hoping that having packed lunch, it gives him a bit of variety and I can see what he's eating, but it also means an extra task for me every morning or evening, depending on when I decide I'm going to do it. And so I need to do some research on packed lunches. So packed lunch research is what I need to do, but the things I need to research are ingredients. So what type of things would I put in his packed lunch? And I also need to think about, because do I need a new water bottle? Yeah, I think I do. So I'll write that on there as well. I've bought plastic bags, so I don't need to think about those. But I could, if I wanted to, I could buy sandwich bags. Actually on a post-it note, and then that automatically goes over to the done pile because I've already done it. So there's a big, like, I've done something that needed to be done, and it's one of those backhanded rewards. I don't know if anybody else does that. Please let me know if you do that. You do a task, you write a task on a post-it note that you've already done, and then you move automatically to the done. You go, yeah, you've actually done something already. But as you're planning it, I don't know. It's just what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. So, is there anything else? I've got the water bottle, ingredients. I wondered whether to try some different foods on him while he's at home during the summer that he might like in his packed lunch. You know, if we go on a picnic, put something different in and see if he'll eat it. I thought that might be a good idea. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 9 tasks there for that one project. And what I'll do is I'll put them all on pink post-it notes. And I'll put the writing on blue, the My Craft Orchard on yellow, and that's what I'll do. So in this section here, just to recap, I'll put what the project is in the colour and then why I'm doing it, and then I'll go through with my post-it notes and I'll write out a task on each post-it note, and then they go back into the front of this big happy planner, back to the Kanban section. So this is like the project planning section for each month, and so when it comes to September, I'll do an evaluation of August at the end of there, and then I'll come to September and I'll write out what time I've got looking at this sheet, and then I'll come in and I'll write out what projects I'm actually going to work on. And it might be that it's a continuation from this month. Again, I didn't go back because I haven't evaluated July. I haven't seen if there's anything I need to move forward. You see, 6 Month for Life project is an ongoing thing, so every month there will be a section for that anyway. VAT return comes around every quarter. You know, like, it's just how it is. You know, I want to do more planning for my craft. Anyway, back to the post-it notes. So then I'm going to move. I should have brought them, shouldn't I? There we go. So grab all of those post-it notes like so, and then I'm going to put out to my home section. For now, I'm just going to put them over here. And what I would then do is I go through each section, evaluate what's already on here. So birthday presents, anything to do with the birthday's done. That's done. See, I've still got meal planning, and then this is all sort of home stuff that, you know, room by room planning that I want to do, and I haven't got to it because I just don't have the time to sit and think about stuff. But it is something that's coming because me and my husband are talking about different things that is going on. And what I'll do is each of these will be written onto one of these and then stuck onto there. Apart from that one that I've already done, because then that will be moved to here, like so. So this will be cleared off. In fact, I'll do that now. So we've got a completely clear thing. All of these will just go in the bin, but it's just really nice to see how much I did. And also, if you actually look at the reason I used different colours is because that was all home stuff. There's lots there that I did for the home. This is the VAT stuff. This was writing. That was personal, and then that was YouTube. Most of that is YouTube stuff by the looks of things. Yeah, it is. That is the only sort of workshop-y type other thing. So this instantly says that over the last 3 months I did lots of home stuff, which was great. I did half of the YouTube stuff that I wanted to do. I moved forward on some of my personal goals, which was great. I actually did do some writing, which was good as well, because I didn't think I'd get any of that done. I did some daisy craft stuff. The one thing that I didn't do a lot of was this, which was workshops and that sort of thing. Now I don't have a lot of tasks that need to be done for workshops and things, but I have got more workshops coming up, and so there are things that need to be done. So this is blaringly obvious that I need to be thinking about workshops, and at least putting something into place that's planned out more. So I'm going to make a note of that. Okay, done that. Okay, that's going to have a nice clean sheet. And then as I go through these, like update July bullet journal, that's done. I didn't do July dailies for my writing. Did I do that? No, I didn't actually do that, did I? Haven't done any of that. And I'll go through and I'll have a look, and you know, see here's my workshop stuff. There's still loads of different things, ideas. And so what I actually need to do with this is I need to evaluate, is this something I want to be doing? So right, Facebook events. I'm not going to be running a Facebook event this month, next month, or the month after. So that actually needs to go to a waiting for a someday maybe type section, I think. So that's what I need to do. I need to give these all a really hard look at and say, yes, I can do that. No, run competition. Well, I'm not going to be doing those, am I? So there you have it. So clean sheet, ready to go. August is all planned out. How long have I got? Some projects already in, and the quarter overview is complete as well, for me to sort of say, right, that's what I need to be doing and moving forward. If you want me to update you at the middle of September, probably by now, on how well this is going, let me know. I might just pop it into like a plan with me type video or something like that, just as a bit of an update. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments below if you're starting to use a system like this, if this is how you're planning, if you do different quarters to the traditional. Let me know all of those sort of things. I'm really interested in what you're all doing. and if I can help you or you can help me to change things, or if you've got suggestions on how I can do things, I'd love to hear it. I really would. I just love this whole planning community and how we're all, you know, helping each other. I just love it. So there you go. Any questions, let me know. So, my craft orchard, where skills and ideas can grow, and I will see you next time.